All apprentices and delivery staff must wear PPE at all times in an official workshop. Note that these practical examples are filmed in a teaching environment.
Hello, in this video we're going to look at the skills required to fabricate this piece of 20mm galvanised steel conduit. To start with, we're going to look at forming and measuring the double set. Then we're going to look at measuring, cutting and threading for the coupler to the through box, measured to the centre of the through box. Once we've done that, we'll be looking at forming the 90-degree bend, measuring, cutting and threading to the through box, measuring, cutting and threading to the 20mm coupler, bush to the 20mm hole. So when forming a double set, the first thing you need to do is to measure the depth of the set. In this case, we're looking at 50mm. We also need to know the length required before the first bend to clear the obstacle, and the overall length of the set not to exceed 300mm in this case. Okay, so the first thing we need to do now is measure the clearance required for our first bend, where that needs to go. Now, we needed 150mm to clear, so I'm going to give myself a little bit extra and round about 200 just on there. You don't need to measure this absolutely accurately, because obviously you're going to cut and measure at the end, so give yourself a bit of slack, and then if you make any slight errors, you know, you've got a bit of space there to cover it. So with the conduit in the bending machine, and you can see here that's our mark. We've set the conduit in the former, and that's where I marked my first bend to be. So I need to make sure that that mark is at the point where the bend will start. So where the pipe leaves the former, I usually just poke my finger up underneath there to sort of kind of feel where that is. Again, you don't need to be 100% accurate, as long as you're near enough, that's fine. Okay, so I'm more or less happy with that. I'm just going to move that in just a little bit. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. So that's going to be my first bend, and I'm going to put in about 30 degrees. Okay, so with the conduit firmly in the bending machine, I'm ready to do our first bend. Obviously this is a handle here then to pull down to form your bend, but if you put all the pressure just on this handle here, what happens is sometimes the roller can flatten a bit on the pipe, puts a bit too much pressure on it. So what I always do is put one hand on the bending arm, one hand on the pipe itself, and then move them both together. And remember, we're looking for about 30 degrees. You need to get right down so you can see what you're looking at. Make sure you get the angle you're looking for. Just a little touch more. Okay. And there's your first bend. So with our first bend in place, working from the measured end of the pipe, which is where we measured from our first bend through, we now need to make a measurement to get the depth of 50mm. So to do that, you can put this pipe up against the wall, but I usually just get an offcut of pipe as well, and then just offer that up. And so we can see that coming 90 degrees from this pipe, and 50mm then to the bottom of this one, so up there from 90, 50mm to the bottom there, and we can see then that's where our second bend needs to be. Okay, so with our 50mm depth marked, we just need to check that it's going to be within the required overall length. Now, if you remember, we needed 150mm clearance to get beyond the obstacle that the box was mounted on. So that would be our end point when we finally measure and cut to the end of the coupler. And what we wanted was the clearance, the bend to be complete within 300mm. So measuring from our proposed end point, 300mm is just here. There's a mark for our bend, so we're comfortably in. So now we've got our mark for our second bend just there. We need to place it in the former. But it's important to remember that this is the measured end here, and the measured end needs to go underneath the stock, because as you bend the bend around the former, the bend's going to travel this way. And that's the way the measurement works. You've got to put it in the right way. If you go around the other way, the bend will travel towards the first one, making it shallower. Okay, so let's get our piece of pipe in the bending machine. And we can see our mark then just here. And what I need to do is make sure that's at the point where the pipe is going to start to bend. Again, you don't need to be 100% accurate. You can tweak these bends afterwards, but I feel that that's in about the right position there. Now we need to make sure that our first bend is in line with the former, so it bends nice and straight. So now I've got my conduit in about the right place for starting my next bend. I need to make sure that it's in line. So as you can see looking down here, that it's going over a little bit to the right, so I just need to tweak that around and keep that in line. We want the set that's coming up to be in line with the former coming down, so they bend, the two sets come in kind of in line with each other. Okay. So I'll just check that from the other end, make sure that's in line from this end as well. Yep, I'm quite happy with that. Just check that we haven't moved the pipe too much in the former. That seems to be in the right position. So now the next bend, we'll be putting another 30 degrees in, and the idea is that this bit, when it's bent, will run in parallel to this piece running down. Okay. Again, 1 foot on the former on the bending machine, hold it steady. And just put a little bit in, keeping pressure on the pipe up here, on the handle. Just a little bit more. When you're checking to see whether these are in parallel, you do need to get right down so you can get a good view on that. You don't want to be just kind of looking down on top, wondering if it's there or not. Okay, that's not too far away. Let's have a look. So now we have our double set formed, and we just need to check that it's running parallel and that it's deep enough. So again, bring in a spare piece, run that alongside. Okay, what we can see here now then is that that's actually running in, so that's a closing gap. It's actually shallower here than it is at this end. Okay, and that's fine, we can adjust that, but before we do, we need to figure out whereabouts it needs adjusting. And we need to look at this gap here. If that gap there is the 50mm that we're looking for, but it's just running overbent, if you like, and coming in too close here, then we need to take a little bit out of that bend there. Okay. But if that gap is not correct and it's too high or too low, then we'd need to adjust this one first to get it correct there before we worry about whether it's running in or out. So let's just measure that and see if we hit our 50mm. Okay, so from the pipe there, I'm happy that we've actually managed to hit our 50mm on the first bend. So this means then that to bring this in line here, I just need to take a little bit out of this bend just there, and then that should be good to go. Okay then, so what we need to do then is take a little bit out of this bend just here. So you've got to be careful that you don't put an extra bend into the conduit. We've got the two bends there, that's our double set. And if I'm going to take a bit out of this one, if I don't position it correctly in the former, I could end up just putting an extra bend in the wrong place, and then once you've done that, you really can't recover from it. So we want to end up with just the two bends, and I want to take a bit out of this one, so I need to position it into the bending machine so it's nice and firm, and that angle there is right on the former where that's going to take the bend just out of there. Now you've got to be careful you don't overdo this. I'd use the term bouncing. You're literally just going to bounce a little bit out of this. It won't take much. Just a couple of mil here, by the time it's travelled up the pipe, is going to give you a much bigger measurement. Okay, so Again, just making sure that it's in line, and I'm not using the arm this time. I'm just going to put a little bounce on it. So again, I need to be careful that I don't also put a bend in the pipe up here. If I use the leverage, then the weak point might be here, okay, and then that will just put a bend in it. So I need to make sure all of my energy is coming up here where the bend is. So with one hand close to where you want to go, get a bit of leverage from here and just a little bounce. Now that looked like nothing at all, but let's see how it measures. Okay, so checking our bends again then. We're still sitting at 50 there, so I'm happy with that. But I can see already that as I travel up the pipe, that's actually now running at 55. So even though it looked like nothing at all, it's actually taken out a bit too much. So I just need to bounce a little bit more just back in there. This time then we want to put a bit more into the bend, just underneath there. So I need to place that into the former, in the place where it was before. So again, so I'm not putting an extra bend in. So you can just lock it into the former, and that's sitting there quite snugly now. And then just the tiniest of bounces. Okay. That's looking fairly square to me. We're still looking at 50 mil there, so that's good. And then we'll just check it further down. And again then, I'm 50 mil there. Okay, so I'm happy that that's near enough there. So looking down the end of the pipe, you want to check to see that the pipe is actually, the two sets are in line and running parallel. So look at turning it at 90 degrees, get a good idea to see whether it's running straight, parallel and in line.